What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Jericho Report Weekly News Briefing. It is Saturday, November 24, 2012. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. We had a little turkey and a little Jericho around here. Right on. Let's get started with all the links I've collected over the past week. Miracle baby who survived rollover crash moved out of intensive care. Some good news for once. This is from Fox 31 Denver. Newborn girl who suffered a skull fracture in a rollover crash in Aurora moved out of intensive care on Thursday, Thanksgiving. So right on, I'll put a link to that. Hope you make a full recovery. And in other news, car accident down in Texas, massive pileup on I-10 in Texas, 2 dead. This was on Thanksgiving Day, over 100 cars involved. Crazy crash. They say it was due to fog, however, there was a thread on GLP talking about it was because of a UFO. I don't know, but I'll put a link to the article on Yahoo News. Internal emails over details of bin Laden burial. I think it's interesting that no crew members on that aircraft carrier witnessed the burial at sea. There were only a few higher-ups that were even notified. Right. I don't believe for 1 second that bin Laden was killed and buried at sea. I don't believe any of this nonsense. But I'll put a link to this article on Yahoo News. And Obama pardons a turkey on Thanksgiving. This from News Channel 5, WPTV.com. Right on. I guess it's traditional for the president to pardon a turkey. I see Hillary Clinton standing there like derp. Right on. Article from WND, gun store to Obama voters. Go away. Interesting article here. I'll put a link to it. Over to financial news now. I don't really have much. I only got a couple things here. Yahoo Finance, EU leaders warn budget deal far off. Let's see. This is from November 23rd. I'll link to that. And Hostess brand. A lot of you already know there will be no more Twinkies. However, I'm hearing conflicting stories. Maybe Hostess is going to move to Mexico. Maybe they're going to work out a deal here. I don't know, man. When I first heard this news, I was like, man, a little part of America just died. The next generation won't know, not so much Twinkies, but like ding-dongs, ho-hos, Wonder Bread, all that stuff. Gone. Is no more. I'll put a link to their announcement on their website. Over to New World Order and police state news now. Tulsa police set up insurance checkpoint, issue $250 tickets, and tow cars. Article from Infowars.com, however, it does come from, I believe, local media, NEWSON6.com. Yeah, in Tulsa, they're pulling people over and checking their papers. And if you don't have your papers, then you get a ticket and they tow your car. Is that even legal? Welcome to Nazi America. More and more every day. NBC Washington, woman injured in gunfire in District Heights FBI raid. I don't know a lot about this. Somebody sent me it, so I will pass it along. Naturalnews.com, Texas prepares to nullify TSA and NDAA in showdown of state liberty versus federal tyranny. Right on, Texas. Put a link to that. Truther.org, some conspiracy theory now. Terror attacks planned for Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, most likely bioterror or chemical. This is November 18, 2012. Take it with a grain of salt. It is a conspiracy article, but an interesting read. And Egypt, fury over Mohammed Mursi coup. I guess Mohammed Mursi now declares himself the dictator of Egypt. I guess the people are going to rise up once again. Go Egypt. I am on the side of freedom, not tyranny. You have my support. Over to World War III news now. And it should be noted that the ceasefire in Gaza is holding at the current moment. However, there have been a couple incidents. It still seems to be holding. I don't think it's going to hold long myself. UN chief warns Israel against Gaza incursion. This is from Reuters. I'll link to this. FoxNews.com. Hamas kills 6 of suspected of aiding Israel. Drags body through the streets to send a message. See guys on motorcycles dragging bodies behind in the street. Humankind just sucks sometimes. Anyway, dozens killed in attack on Aleppo hospital. Syrian rebel leader says at least 40 people were killed in an airstrike at a key hospital in Aleppo. And this got very little mainstream coverage. However, this is on CNN.com. All I've seen is 24-hour coverage of what's going on in Gaza. I didn't even see this mentioned on the air. So I'll put a link to this. I wonder why. North Korea threatens repeat of Island shelling. North Korea, South Korea having words again. This is on Yahoo Sports, New Zealand. I'm not sure why it's on Yahoo Sports, but I'll put a link to it. And an article from RT. IDF soldiers kill one Palestinian, wound 19 others in Gaza-Israel border 2 days after the ceasefire. So like I said, there has been a couple incidents, but so far the general ceasefire is holding as I shoot this video. Over to Earth Changes in 2012 news. End of the world news exclusive. Have you found your ark yet? Interesting read here from endoftheworldnews.com. Never know. A couple more people have died. Are they dead or did they go to the dump? I don't know, but they were pretty old. I threw them in the 2012 file just in case. Mr. Food dies of cancer at 81. I don't know who Mr. Food is, but I'll put a link to that. And if you grew up in the 80s like I did, or your parents watched, if you were somebody who watched the TV show Dallas, Larry Hagman, dead at the age of 81, known for his role of J.R. Ewing on the TV show Dallas. Man, I remember watching J.R. Ewing when I was a kid. My mother loved that show. So right on, rest in peace, J.R. Ewing. Right on. Wow, unbelievable. He was always such a prick, but that was his character in the show. You know, look up on YouTube if you want to check out. If you don't know who he is, just put in J.R. Ewing in the YouTube search box and watch some of the stuff. He was a conniving oil man. Anyway, rest in peace. Mount Doom likely to blow again. This is a volcano in New Zealand they're talking about on Yahoo News. Likely to blow again at the end of 2012. Oh no. Space.com. Super Jupiter Discovery dwarfs solar planets. Let me start again. Super Jupiter Discovery dwarfs solar system's largest planet. Interesting read from Space.com. Put a link to that. And there was a 3.6 earthquake in southern Illinois. Kind of a rare area to have an earthquake. This is coming from the Chicago Tribune. The earthquake was November 21, 2012. I'll put a link to it. Now over to strange and bizarre news. We have another high-up missing. UK Queen in hideout over a pedophile scandal. I guess Queen Elizabeth has gone into hiding over some pedophile scandal. Some people have been following this. I haven't had time to follow it. I'm keeping my eyes on a lot of other things. Did she go into hiding over this, or did she go underground? Is it a cover story? I don't know, but Queen Elizabeth apparently is missing. She's staying out of the public eye, as it's told. Put a link to that. I have no idea. The Christian calendar is wrong. Jesus was born years earlier, says Pope Benedict. Really? You know me, I don't trust any of that. But I'll put a link to it. It's just my preference. TV news anchors resign live on the air. A couple TV news anchors got tired of lying to the public. They said, we're not going to do this anymore. So right on Yahoo News, I'll put a link to it. And on Live Leak, T-Mobile employee stabs customer after he complained his bill was too high. Wow. Put a link to that. Indianapolis house explosion now a criminal homicide investigation. I thought there was something weird about that house that blew up. I'll put a link to this on ABC World News. Interesting. And Black Friday, right? Man, you want to see the kind of people who live in the country that we're trying to save? I'm not saying everybody, but you got to pull this video clip out and check it out. People just trampling over each other and acting like wild animals. In fact, wild animals have more sense and more courtesy than these. I don't even know what you call these people. It's mind-boggling to watch. And watching this video makes me ashamed to be an American. I can't believe these are the people in my country. I can't believe it. There's not even words for it. Below that, we'll put man pulls gun on rowdy line-cutting Black Friday shopper. Don't cut in front of me. I'll shoot you. I wouldn't trust any of these people with a gun. And another one. Man turns around, tells the crowd, I will freaking stab one of you. Another video. Really short video. I guess 1,000 people are trying to go into a doorway and they're all pushing each other. He doesn't want to be pushed. He turns around and says, I will stab one of you MFers. Just wow. Anyway, check my favorites. A lot more news there. I'll put a link to my favorites. Great videos, great YouTubers making great videos. Thank you to everybody who puts out content. I had a shout out, but I went to the video and it says this video has been removed by the user. It was somebody's first video. So if you do make, I don't know who it was, If you do make your first video, send it to me again. I'll include you in next week's Jericho report. So I think I'll do a couple shout-outs just off the top of my head. Desardi did a good video about what's going on with the Black Friday shoppers, and he asked the question, what do you think these people are going to do when it's a food shortage? You know, when shit really hits the fan, what do you think these people are going to do? If they'll stomp each other for $10 or $20 off an iPhone, what are they going to do when the food's drying up? I'll put a link to his video. Below that, I've linked this video several times. I'll probably keep linking it well into the future. Smoking Joe Trainer's advice on how to handle yourself if you are around people like that when shit hits the fan. I'd highly advise taking his advice. You're going to have to pull it up to watch it. I will make sure that the video starts. It's toward the end of a video where he was covering different topics, but I'll try to start the video right where he gives the advice. That is exactly what I would do, because these people are going to be dangerous people to know when shit hits the fan. You're not going to want to be around them. They will be a danger to your life. Anyway, that's all I got. If you like the report, please rate it, give it a thumbs up, or give it a thumbs down if you think it absolutely sucked. Just please rate it. It helps it get around YouTube. I really appreciate it. And that's all I got. Another week of madness. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. Stay safe. Stay sane. And see you on the next one.